Lake City in the Delta Center on a Friday night. Number 25, North Carolina in from Chapel Hill to take, but it does tonight as we get to watch these two teams kind of find their way with the regular season. It's in his 5th season, Kevin Young in his 2nd. Both teams made the NCAA tournament last year, and first shot off the glass and in for North Carolina. And this is Rob Wright, the transfer from Baylor, one of the top transfers in the country. He weaves his way in, leaves it too high, and it's off of last year, 23 and 14, 13 and 7 in the ACC. Down low, and blocked by DeBonsa. Exhibition game
this is a
before the regular season.
A little bit bigger Carolina team with Jaron Stevenson in there at 6'10", but not quite the shooting prowess from the outside.
Wilson has it knocked away by Davis. Cada lays it in for BYU's first two. Again. Saunders for 3. Tipped in by Cada.
And Kate's head coach said, Vasari goes, oh, he's a legit NBA guy at 7 feet.
And Hubert Davis. Happy to see him in Carolina blue.
Young says, yeah, that's a bona fide NBA guy. He spent so many years in the NBA. I trust his opinion.
Saunders from the corner.
He's an NBA guy.
3-point shot by Evans, who was at Colorado State last year. And there's the first bucket of the game, a dunk for Cambridge. 11.5 points last year for Baylor, first team.
And to just go by people is what makes him special. And then he's
Rob Wright on the rebound. Out ahead to A.J. DeBonsa. Runs out of room, turns it over. The game for North Carolina. 9-6. BYU here early on. Long 3 by Evans, hit 40. Right. There's Cada. And this one's knocked out of bounds off of, but what a run. Boop on the drive. Here's DeBonsa for 3. And he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Came out just 3 of 8 from the field, and North Carolina 2 of 6
in the world. And projected.
He challenged him right when he got to BYU to be an elite level defender.
And DeBonsa fouled on the drive, bumped by Powell. Dixon into the lane. Knocks in his first 2. Really get things organized. Look for a lane to the basket. Creates one off the glass and in. All right.
And he'll step back and attack again and attack until you break down on defense, and then he'll take advantage of it with either with a pass or with finishing.
Boskovic on the rebound. Wilson saying, take that weak stuff out of here. Now the Tar Heels with the advantage. The lob and the finish. And the power.
I like what he said. He said he's always led on the floor and with his effort and everything, but he's found a voice. As we watch A.J. DeBonsa just rise
right
up.
over Wilson.
Right over the top.
Took the lead. Now Trimble working on DeBonsa.
With his length on the perimeter.
In the McDonald's All-American game, A.J. had 17. Wilson.
He said, going to the F1 race in Monaco was the highlight. I said, did you see them? He said, we're getting blocked when we play off one.
Thanks, Jerem. Good looking open 3. And then this is Wilson. 6'10", he can bring the ball down like a guard, play like a forward, and finish like a center. Another 3, this one from Dixon.
In the portal with Rob Wright, and all of a sudden, high expectations, and then there's one of your veterans.
BYU learned in that first year in the Big 12 that it's like football.
Baker eludes pressure, and that pass is caught.
Stevenson in the lane. Nice turnaround shot.
Great job of
Grady. USF lane.
Wasn't expected it. Here come the Tar Heels.
There's a lot of great football left to be played.
Nothing says exhibition more than watching right here. That is
exciting. Charlotte, a lot of injuries.
Right, still looking for a lane to the basket.
Let's take a look at tonight's spotlight, brought to you by
Boskovic
Rocket
up to
Money.
3.
Who we got here tonight?
20 and
new
got him.
defensive coordinators help them a
And
lot.
Duke again picked to
Tim
win
Allen,
the
as we
league
said,
again.
his first season at Charlotte after this
There's the
20+
big
years
reach of the
Ohio, and
7-footer.
an amazing job of stop those out of bounds.
Yeah, not what Eric Morris wanted to see. Just an error by your kicker. You can't do that. So
Wilson
excellent
turn around
field
with a shot
position
clock winding down.
for
He
Charlotte to
buries
start this
it.
game.
That overton our
North Carolina lead, their largest.
For the year with a knee injury, the
BYU
original
runs a
starting
ton of,
quarterback now, the transfer from Duke.
pick and roll,
Grayson
ball
Michael.
screens,
He's an accurate pocket passer. He's thrown
attack
some
the basket,
interceptions.
get in.
Just the
Cobb
staff
getting
and
the start
all
today,
the two of
Rainey,
the
and it's
coaches'
been real
wives
tough.
as well. They know the Carolina way.
This is to be.
And there you see the
Good room up the middle. He
graphic.
dives close
The
to
five
the first
coaches
down.
that
Gonna be
all
about
played
a
so
by
they
Grayson
understand
Loftus there.
what the history is.
Here
comes AJ. There are some highlights ahead from DeBonsa and Wilson
Number 6,
for
the middle
sure.
linebacker, shoots through there.
Saunders throws it off of Trimble out with it.
To get a first down in the opening drive.
Driving on Maras. Gets the basket and the foul.
Carolina's the
Hawkins. And there he goes down the
work
sideline.
ethic, unselfishness.
Dorner, and he's got it. It's a touchdown.
A lot of these
North
players that are
Texas.
coming.
Maras is out. Cato 41% from the free throw line last season. Brought down by DeBonsa. Cougars on the run. AJ gonna take it on.
Hand fighting there.
Cleaned up by Cato. And get their assessment on this first hour of exhibition with a concussion.
94
Had to shake it off and
it's 7-0
wasn't quite
North
himself.
Texas.
Boy, did he turn it on.
Trimble misses the second of those 2 free throws.
Here's DeBonsa. Wow! For BYU.
Great anticipation. He watched the ball movement, tracked it, got great position.
Saunders on the drive. Left hand in. Now BYU in.
Defending himself. Very crafty.
Gorgeous windows.
Dixon into the lane. And he's fouled.
Anderson.
Tonight, the Nets are home against the Cavaliers tonight. 63
This game, you lose him and then you lose a bunch of other people. Johnny King.
7 points.
Saunders is 1 for 6 from 3 right now, and this is one of the best 3-point shooters.
High off the glass.
So what I like though is his last 2
Quickly, you got to get this first down here, Charlotte.
No doubt. Cobb in the backfield. Loftus.
On the
34
drive.
with time to the outside. The catch is
Wilson.
made.
They're matched up tonight.
From the
And then
North
their
Texas
professional
48.
careers, they're going to see each other all the time.
Wilson is in the run.
First down that sets that drive up. So
Wilson.
beautiful ball.
Just paid back.
Now on the run.
And I love the
Right
shot
for
here, because
3
offensive
into the
coordinator
iron.
top fix,
Need a
like
lot.
this.
Just a little
You need
daylight to get
touchdowns,
to
not field
that
goals. You need
basket.
touchdowns. So when you're down
Here's
here,
Davis
you've got to
now.
put it in the end zone.
This will be an offensive foul.
Ends that arm,
Loftus.
and an easy call for the
End zone, overthrown. They're looking for the
Ryan.
flag. There are 9. It was Sean
Gets the
Brown,
shot to
intended
go.
target.
Comes left, right? And then it's one-on-one on that other side.
Right.
That's where they
Leaves
went
it for
from
Bill.
there. Back shoulder to Sean.
Played all in the second half at Nebraska, but his health has improved and getting more minutes. DeBonsa right to work.
Well, he like from that range, he shot the ball down into the basket.
Quick 3 answered back is good by Stevenson.
Did I say there was
This one, and Eli,
Saunders going up. They're in a hurry.
has been so much
Everyone's
fun.
got
Just
somewhere to
back
go
watching
tonight.
college
There's a
football.
whistle,
The way
a
these
foul
teams
on
are
the
going at it right
rebound.
now. It's been a lot of fun for Utah.
It's for right. DeBonsa on the rebound.
Evans looking for a bigger role this year. And made 3 starts and 30.
Come the Tar Heels.
All-American. Again, just someone who Coach Altman is going to be
Bassar.
looking for.
Slam dunk. 6 points.
Happy with Utah. Sanders inside.
Wright.
Brown cannot
That's the
finish
call.
again. It
Timbers
is
needs it
saved
for
by
payback.
Utah.
great feed.
Great feed the last few times down the separation and able to finish inside.
Set, and they get a good shot.
Evans leads it for Bassar, who's fouled.
Up to a
Good transition. But he's so comfortable just stepping out and knocking down threes.
So much more than
Simpkins moving
like
with
the
it,
players
double
that
team
paved
for a
the way
second
for you,
before
seeing
he's
everybody
backed
come
up.
back during the summer.
On the
Here's
baseline.
Saunders answering back for 3
Thought about a
and
shot,
leaves it
instead
short.
gives it up. Simpkins, deep
Evans.
3-pointer, straight
Out
away,
ahead to
no good.
Trimble.
Middle for the
And he
rebound, hook
finishes.
shot, can't finish there. So gets blown after Abby attempts the shot, and Utah again, another possession comes up
DeBonsa to
empty.
answer back.
He
Feels
gets
like
into
they
that paint.
just need to get something.
Knocked away by Cada.
Did get
Here
a
comes
jump ball
Davis.
signal. And we'll stay with Oregon.
And right off the foot And out of
No, he hasn't had a three-point attempt. And he's a good three-point shooter.
which you saw.
I would think that both of these teams in an up-tempo game with two teams this good, the goal would be 12.
BYU.
Oregon and
Steal by
Utah, but
Davis.
It feels like right now.
Lazar trying to run it down. No chance. And the first
A road trip to Washington. He had
and they get
36
some energy
points.
into the building.
Unbelievable.
Trimble
It's been
over
such a hard
Saunders,
start to this exhibition
convinces
game
it to
for
fall
me.
in.
Really just everything.
And
It's
with it.
one of those games where you get to just have the flexibility and freedom to
Saunders going,
just
one of
try
these got to
stuff.
go in. There it goes.
And then usually with him, that's what when you're Kevin Young.
It's also
Wilson on the rebound, moving around. Boskovic gets it back, puts it in.
Love the resolve.
12 for
London down there until he got it up and in the bucket.
Saunders. A late whistle.
Let's get this time and on a gets the defender off his feet a little.
And
Possible to
Kadeem Boop
defend.
is in for
some of the steal.
BYU.
Lynn, wing three. Lynn going up, feeds it inside, and Demir slams it home.
It's something
Finds a wide open
Used to
sitter
be in
down
the
low. An
spotlight.
easy
They've
flush
been in the
for Demir.
spotlight since
7. AJ looks up. He's going to go to work here. Into the lane and the finish. He's got 8 quickly down the floor. 3-point shot from the corner is good.
boy, gotta love
And
that
Powell
answer.
answers.
Yeah.
And it's been fun to have the Youngs hanging around the Marriott Center. It's part of their home now. And
Arena
43%, but allowing too many offensive boards and turning the ball over.
It's been all Dutch so
Dixon on
far.
the floater,
As you saw the score, 20.
out of bounds.
Big time
And you
get
think
for
you guys
them
come
in
into
this
the ball and
offseason,
then he
he's looked good
fades
so
away.
far.
Those things will clean up as they have a chance to play. Now this is BYU's second game. They
Out prior. KJ, Ducks going around the
Kostic
wall.
in the lane and the reach. Just too tempting to not.
Pause again,
who's not playing
three-pointer.
tonight.
Off the back iron.
Kostic leaves it short.
Game.
Lob it in his side of Vassar. The quick hands of Davis knocked it away, but it'll be North Carolina basketball. They double team in the
Brings
corner.
this place alive after KJ goes to the bench and
Trimble
Utah
passes on the
answers
3.
slam dunk of their
Gets
own.
a 2 off the glass.
smart. A
Ducks
right
taking
point
flight,
that's going to break
up big
defenses
late
down
in the
and get
first
defenses
half.
into rotations.
Professionally in Italy, he's played all over the world in volleyball. I don't know if BYU men's volleyball.
At 6'9", he's getting his head up over the rim. When he, that's a vertical. When he
Oh, look out. Oh, baby. There comes Caleb Wilson.
the
found
siege,
some
the
room and
siege is
And Wright trying to feed the interior. Here's Wilson again. And he's fouled by Maruss.
4:10 left to play in this first half. The Ducks still leading the team that is in midseason play.
Absolutely, and this is going to be a team
Yeah,
that
they
even
did
with
this.
Altman's done
Out
about
come
finding guys
the
that can
Tar
really fit
Heels
the
with it.
system and mesh well
Trimble.
with those star returners.
And the follow by Wilson.
Amari Phillips newly checked into the ball
Tied
game.
up at 59.
Also, Ray Lynn also on the floor for the Ducks. Baseline jumper.
Boot
That can't
from
fall
the corner
down either.
for 3.
As he grabs the ball, goes back up with the foul.
Spark plug up.
BYU team,
Here
they're
our
not
scores
hitting
table.
threes.
Everybody's all
But
right.
the MO on this team is that they can hit threes. The way they attack is what a game that.
Stay with
Space
three-pointer.
Three-point shooting.
Took it down. Sanders with the board.
Not for the lack of trying.
Doesn't
Right.
fall that time for Biddle, but
Swoops
just
into the lane and finally gets one to go. Biggest name in
the contact.
basketball, certainly Carolina basketball. Danny Ainge, biggest name in BYU basketball, is here tonight. Ainge guarded Jordan on many nights. The corner for 3.
Putting yourself in the
And
position
here comes
to
North
foul
Carolina
out of the game
leading by 1.
when you're
Trimble
as
all the way
talented
in.
as that,
And the foul.
And so you're going to get a shot. You got to be playing at your best at that time of year. Mentioned, he's the guy that needs to be the glue guy for this team. He knows what it takes. He's been there.
Strong to the basket. Wilson over.
We'll let him get up off the floor and get down here before we set this offense.
Wright moves in with a one-hander and convinces it to go in. This and BYU's dealing with Villanova on opening. Missed them both. Boskovic on the board. Debonsa wants the ball. Davis takes it in, gets fouled. It'll count.
And today's
The Big 12
basketball,
is so tough to compete.
it seems like it's a
in. There's
challenge
so many
everywhere.
teams.
Everybody's bringing like Houston.
Matched up by Davis.
12 in the first year in the Big 12. Last season, 11.
Vassar on the drive.
They were the 11th seed in the Big
Over
12.
Cada.
Lost to UCF in the first round.
Debonsa
but they have
wants the
struggled
lob.
significantly on the road. They were
Here's
1-9
Keita.
last year on the road.
Lays it
This has
in.
been a good atmosphere.
Great ball fake. He raised the bar.
He's out for a few minutes, but it's back here on the floor in the
This
second.
one's off.
Goes up on the floor, ducks inbound.
For the top.
That's a bit right
Got
there.
it.
Thought about a three-pointer. Looking for
Regular
a foul.
season
Thought
is a
about
grind.
putting up a shot.
Absolutely. Right into the lane. Passes out of the double team. Davis for three. And with 2 minutes, Stevens has got it.
Okay, at the point. Zips it
Caleb
inside
Wilson
to Evans,
is due
and he goes up
to make a big
tipped
play.
around. It's a
Sarr
Evans.
off the glass and in.
Or you give it to your second. And I like the way he's
Evans
attacking
able
with
to
the
attack
shot.
the rim off of it.
Simpkins
Ransom.
again intercepts the
Over
bounce
the
pass
right.
inside.
Lane
He'll
opens
take
up.
it.
And he finishes at the rim.
Last time he got to the rim, he kicked.
Making some noise here on this Friday night. Tell them this thing doesn't count. It's a three.
Going out.
Off the mark. Vassar had it for a moment and lost it out of bounds. Wilson brings it out. Spins into the lane. Blocked by Boscovich. Right side. Wright is 2 for 5 from the strike.
3 from the free throw line. These are big ones right here.
Whistle.
The senior. Second's good.
Possession.
Gets all three.
He goes up.
Vassar's got it. Bounce pass to Triple, and it's blocked. And that's how it's going to end. To 76. And Keita, who has been solid all game long, along with Boscovich.